What up, YouTube? It's your boy Ace here again. So I'm making this video for two reasons. One, I had a very interesting gentleman come and spend the day with me at the hospital. He works in city government, and he had a lot of interesting things to say in terms of regulations in the pipeline for New York City. So I just want to talk a little bit about that. And two, there's a very steep hill by me. I live in Weehawken, going down towards Hoboken, that I kind of want to test this board and see how much speed I can get up going whatever the incline, and test the incline of that hill to see what the incline is and how much I can actually climb and how much power I have. And I'm riding the so I'm riding the Evolve Bamboo GT. I have the 200 kV motors on there right now. There you go. So we'll see. I mean, the 200 kV motors are supposed to decrease your torque and decrease your hill climbing ability. So I just want to test it out and see exactly how much speed I get, how much incline I can climb, and then talk about these legislations that are coming down the pipeline. So stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go. So yeah, I'm headed to that hill right now. So this gentleman that came by and worked with us at Lenox Hill Hospital, he actually works for the government, and New York City government. And he said that there's a lot of people, a lot of incidents happening where, not necessarily e-boarders, but scooters in specifically, scooters, e-bikes, those guys would be on the sidewalk and hit people, and those people who are complaining, and there's police reports that comes to their office saying that there's more and more of these incidents going on right now, and that's my guess, is that it's because more and more people are actually riding these things. So it's unfortunate that we get lumped into these these people who are riding these e-bikes and e-scooters and whatnot, but it looks like it's e-vehicles in general. We're getting under some scrutiny there in the office, and unfortunately he thinks that we're gonna have some heavy regulations being passed in about 9 months time. So this is coming from a legit source inside the city government, and he said about 9 months. And I told him, he's a real cool dude. He likes e-boards. He saw mine and he almost flipped out, saying how cool it was and whatnot. But he's all for it. But the people that he worked with, not so much. And a lot of people are taking notice in what we're doing, and just like I said before in my prior video, it could be a bad thing. So here's that hill. All right, so going down into Hoboken now. It's cruising. No throttle, just cruising. It's got me at 27. And it's funny that I can ride at like 27, 28 miles an hour and have a comfortable conversation. I think it's mainly because I have a history of riding motorcycles and stuff, so I'm not fazed by going quickly, you know. But you know, here's Hoboken now, coming into Weehawken. I'll cross. Maybe not. Yeah, these cars out here don't care, man. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna go down by the boardwalk over there and then head back up the hill in a minute. But yeah, like I was saying, more and more of these incidents where people are hitting people, people are getting hurt. You know, cars hitting us. You know, my last ride that I went on, my group ride, there was about 50 plus people on this group ride, and it was like, it was chaotic, you know. When people take over the streets like that, and you know, 50 deep, people take notice, and he was saying that a lot of people are recognizing and they want to do something about it because they don't feel like having this many e-vehicles on the road is safe for anybody. The fact that this guy is telling me that we're gonna have regulations start coming out of the woodworks in about 9 months' time. 9 is kind of a funny number. It's, you know, it's not, oh, in a year, or you know, maybe in a few months. No, 9 months is the number that he gave me. So that means, you know, they're already working on something that he can't really discuss with me at this time. But the fact that he mentioned it makes me a little bit, you know, doesn't put me at ease. So I'm gonna ride every day. I'm gonna try to enjoy as much as I can. Probably help to turn my board on. You know, it's probably a good idea. All right, let's try this again. Ah, there we go. All right. Yeah, I'm eating this hill like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. It's nothing. Easy. So, people, I'm stopped. My remote says 6 miles per hour. My board is on the ground, not moving, but yet it still says 6 miles per hour. Now the reason that happened is because going up that hill with these 200 kV motors, it actually overheated my motherboard and it shut down my board. So now I have no power until it cools down a little bit. So this is a serious downside of upgrading it to a 200 kV motor. Like, I've been riding all day, so you know, going down this hill and then coming back up especially kind of drained the battery. So that's something to keep in mind. You know, I'm by no means an Evolve ambassador, but you know, if you're gonna change your motors, you should at least be aware that changing it to 200 kV motors can actually overheat your board. So this is not the first time this has happened to me. That's why I can speak so confidently about this, because this has happened multiple times, and usually it happens after I ride about 10 miles hard, you know, 25 miles per hour range. It can get a little hot and shut down on you. So for those who, you know, ride these things religiously and they want to upgrade to the 200 kV motors, just know that you should always be cognizant of how hot and your board is getting, how far you've gone, because you know, if you don't pay attention to those things, you can be going full speed and the board will cut off. It will shut down. And if you don't know how to kick, you know, if you don't know how to foot brake, you'll be screwed. You know, especially in New York City, where you know, cars are moving, people are moving, everything, you know, is never stagnant. So keep that in mind when you're actually doing these things and making your own upgrades. I'm probably going to switch back to the 150 kV or go down to the 140 kV and see how those operate, because I never had overheating issues with my stock 150 kV motors. So just keep that in mind, and you'll be all right. So you know, in summary, I think that, you know, the regulations are coming. I don't know exactly when, but I know that it's coming in the pipeline. The guy said me 9 months time. Just be aware that in 9 months time some type of legislation will be passed, some regulatory legislation. So just keep that in mind. And then also, I just went up that hill pretty easily, but the only downside is that my 200 kV motor's overheated, and I still got a little bit of an uphill to go. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if you can tell it's uphill, but anyway, I got a little bit of an uphill climb, so I'm just gonna hang out for a couple minutes because I don't feel like kick pushing this thing up the hill, and I don't feel like walking. So I'm gonna end the video here for now. As always, thank you for watching, and don't be afraid to click that subscribe, click that like, and shoot a comment in the box below, and we can have a real discussion in terms of what to expect, and you know, any insight in terms of what I think is going on with these 200 kV motors and overheating. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct. And you know, even if I feel under there right now, I'll be able to tell that it's smoking hot. Not smoking? Okay, not smoking, because I know that a lot of Evolves have caught fire, but I'm glad they at least have a feature that it shuts your board off rather than keep riding and then catch flames, you know? So the most important thing is to just live to ride another day. So until next time, be out, be easy, get out there and ride, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.